Hey everyone, and welcome to Simply Singapore with Azlin Bloor. I'm your host, Larry Fanillier. Today is the Eid special, so Eid Mubarak. What Azlin is going to do today is basically do a yellow rice, which goes with other dishes that's celebrated on Eid, which is the break of Ramadan. There's a month of Ramadan, and on the day of Eid, they break the fast and they prepare some delicious food. And Aslan from Singapore, she's going to treat us to some excellent dishes, which she has in store. So before we get to Aslan, let me introduce our guests in the Hangout. Starting on, I guess, my left, you guys right. We have AJ Conjure Up from Australia, down under. Hey, AJ.
Good morning to you.
Tomorrow.
Good morning to tomorrow at 5 a.m.
Yeah, you're Sunday. Good to see you, and I'm glad you woke up to join us.
Yes, I
Awesome.
did. I'm a little bit late, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for coming. Next, we have Michelle Rebel. Hey, Michelle.
Hello.
From France.
Hello,
From France.
Larry.
How you doing, Michelle?
Thank you, Larry. Hello. Hello, folks. For those who know me, remember, northeast in the France, Strasbourg, just next Germany. You know, Germany? The World Cup? One word. My grandmother is from Germany, and she is very happy. So, Lynn, you are beautiful as always, and I'm also glad to see AG again from Australia. And you too, Larry.
Okay, always a pleasure. All right, without much further ado, let's jump into Aslan's kitchen in Bournemouth, England, near the ocean, right, Aslan?
Yes, near the sea, just 5 minutes away from the sea. Hi, everybody. I'm Azlin Bloor, as you guys know. It's an Eid special today, and we are going to be cooking a special type of rice, yellow rice, called Nasi Kuning or Nasi Kunyit. The difference being nasi is rice in Malay and in Indonesian, and Nasi Kuning, kuning meaning yellow, kunyit is turmeric, because turmeric is what gives the rice the color. I believe we had a couple of questions in the Q&A app, Larry.
Yes, we do. From the Q&A app, somebody submitted those before the show started, actually. It's from Vita Spira, and he or she asked, tell me more about the spices which are used with rice in Indonesia, please. And also, yellow color of rice, is it only from curry?
Okay, let's do the spices first. It really does depend on what rice you're cooking. Today's rice is simplicity itself. You're going to love it because it's put together so easily. And we don't have spices as such apart from turmeric. Fresh turmeric. You guys have seen fresh turmeric on my show before. It's a very tiny version of ginger, but very yellow and orange, and it stains like mad. And so turmeric is the only spice that goes into the rice today. That's turmeric powder. And with other spices that are used for various types of rice in Indonesia and the other Indonesian type of dishes cooked in Malaysia and Singapore, we would put cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, perhaps even cumin, depending on what rice we're cooking. If it's just the pilau type of rice, which we call nasi minyak. Minyak meaning oil, which is the ghee or the butter that we use. Then it would just be a simple matter of cinnamon, cloves, cardamom to give it that little bit of taste. But if we're cooking biryani, then it goes a little bit more intense. Now, with the color of the rice today, yes, it's only turmeric that gives the color to the rice. So I'm going to get started straight away with cooking the rice, and then, as Larry mentioned earlier, what I'm going to do is dish it up for you. That's what I always do on my shows. I always show you how to eat the dish that I've cooked. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got here rice that's previously been rinsed and dried, rinsed and drained, and we cook the rice today, as I said, very simply with coconut milk. So I don't have access to fresh coconut milk, so coconut can is what I use. And we are going to just dump all the ingredients that we're using for this dish in there. Now, when I cook rice, I use a cup. It doesn't matter what size cup, but this is the cup that came with my rice cooker. I'm Asian, no respectable Asian household that goes without a rice cooker. So this came with my rice cooker. So if I'm cooking 2 cups of rice, all I do is add an extra cup of water. If I'm cooking 5 cups of rice, I add 6 cups of water. That's how my granny taught me to cook rice, and that's how I cook after all these years later. So 2 cups of rice, so I'm going to put 3 cups of liquid. Now, I'm not going to use too much coconut milk because I don't want to overpower the rice. I don't want the rice to be too rich, because we always need to bear in mind the dishes that the rice is going to be served with. Okay, so let me just turn that heat on. And so we've got 3 cups of water, we've got rice for a start. Now, that's your turmeric, as I showed you earlier. So we're going to put half a teaspoon only in here. There we are. And a bruised lemongrass, a normal full-size lemongrass, well, without the grassy bits, and a bruised lemongrass. You only use about that much of the lemongrass, and then you take a knife and you pound it. Again, something we've seen on this show before. So we dump that lemongrass in there. Chef's tip, Michelle. I'm going to be doing the chef's tip now. Now, one tip that I can give you when cooking with coconut oil is always cook it on low heat. Michelle, if you can bring up the chef's tip silver plate.
It's done. Okay, it's done.
Thank you kindly. So when you're using coconut milk, always cook on a low heat and never cover the saucepan, because your coconut milk will curdle. Even those with the stabilizers can be a little temperamental sometimes. So we've got rice, we've got coconut milk, we've got lemongrass, we want some salt. I'll be back. I always do this, don't I? I always disappear for a few seconds because I've forgotten something. There we go. A little bit of salt, my pink Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
So you just give it a stir to just mix that turmeric in. And we're just going to cook that rice, bring the rice to a simmer, and let it cook away. Now, the full recipe, go on, AJ.
I was going to say to you, the health benefits of turmeric are very important too.
Yes, turmeric has been touted as a health, essential to one's well-being. You did a post about it, didn't you, AJ? Not too long ago.
I did indeed.
Yeah. Now, another important ingredient here is, Michelle, we can take the chef's tip off your thumbnail if you like. Another important, the herbs that we use for this rice. This is, I don't know if you can see, this is pandan, a pandan plant. In Indian, it's called cura. It's screw pine leaves. I've got my own pandan leaves and some lime leaves, a couple of lime leaves. So that's what we're using to flavor the rice. If you can't get hold of either of these herbs, use bay leaves, just bay leaves. So we're going to dump that in there and just give pandan leaves a rinse as well. And this is how we use pandan leaves. We tie them into a knot before putting it in the rice so that it makes it easier. Of course, if it tears, then not much you can do about it. Just dump the whole thing in there, so that it makes it easier to actually get out of the rice. Michelle, I'm still seeing the picture that you put up instead of your instead of your Robert De Niro look-alike face.
In my defense, madam, I prefer watching that beautiful lady on this picture than my own face.
Right. So we're going to leave this rice to cook. So, Eid. Let's talk about Eid.
Actually, Azlin, we have a couple questions regarding Eid from, let me see if I could bring it up here, from P. Matthew Stinton.
Hi, Matthew.
And he says, how do you wish someone a happy Eid al-Fitr is inshallah Eid al-Fitr.
Inshallah
Inshallah.
Inshallah means God willing. So inshallah is a word or a phrase that that someone says, "I'll see you next week." Someone goes inshallah. So that means, in other words, hopefully, what we say in English. So Muslims will say inshallah, God willing. That's what it means. To wish someone Eid Mubarak, to wish someone a happy Eid, you say happy Eid, or you say Eid Mubarak. We don't differentiate. I say we because I grew up celebrating Eid. Usually we don't distinguish between Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. I mean, as in how we celebrate it, of course we do, but in wishing someone, we just say Eid Mubarak on both occasions. In Singapore, Eid is celebrated by the Muslim population, of course, which is made up of predominantly the Malays, and then you have the Pakistanis, and then you have the South Indians, and we have a lot of Indonesians in Singapore, and we have Bangladeshis, and of course we have Arabs who, came down to Singapore in the early 19th century as well. So it's celebrated by all these different people. And it is an official holiday, just like Christmas, Chinese New Year, Diwali, and I'm missing something. Christmas, Chinese New Year, Diwali, and Eid. So it's an official holiday. So do we have any other questions, or do we want to say hi to anybody, Larry?
Yeah, actually, there's a technical question because we have the not the Q&A app running, but the Showcase app going, and I was going to bring that up towards the end of the show, but apparently, when I loaded it up, folks have the option to click on it, and it'll take them to the show, but they're going to see the Q&A app thing there, and they won't be able to ask any questions. So Yvonne Rivero. Yvonne, just come back to the event page and view it from there. The Showcase app will be brought up towards the end of the show, where I will feature Azlin's website, where you can go and get the dish that she's preparing today.
So this is essentially how I cook rice, through the absorption method. Whatever liquid that I've got in there, depending on what type of rice I'm cooking, stock or coconut milk in this instance, or just say water, I let the water cook off. Oh, hello there. Oh. It's Mr. Blackbird himself.
Yeah, Richard just popped in. Yeah.
Hi there, Azlin. My computer was flat, but I hope this is okay. I'm on my tablet. Does it look okay?
It is nice.
Turn the light on. Yeah, turn the light on, Richard. Hi, Richard.
Yes, good to see you, Rich.
Right. I'm cooking this rice off until almost all the liquid has cooked off or evaporated. Now, usually when I'm cooking rice, I don't stir it at all. This is a rule I break when there's coconut milk in it, because coconut milk, being creamy, will have a tendency to catch. So I give it a stir every now and then. Full recipe on linsfood.com, and Larry will bring it up later as well.
Oh, Azlin, before you go on, I think your camera shifted, so the camera looking down.
Yeah.
The whole pot is off to the off to your left, I would think, or off to your right.
Yeah. Technical stuff, right?
No,
no.
You're centered, but the pot is off.
Yeah.
No.
If you could move it to your move it to your right. Yeah. Okay, right there is good. Yeah, move it up a bit, please.
Up that way.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Don't you just laugh? I'm trying to look cool, calm, and collected and professional, but it ain't happening.
Well, these things happen. That's live for you.
So
a couple of shout outs, Azlin. Kim says hi. Cook with Sally says hi.
Oh, Sally!
Annabelle is in the house.
Oh,
hi,
of course, Yvonne Rivera is in the house. Michelle Price just popped in.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah.
AJ wanted to say something. We're always shutting AJ up. Sorry, AJ, go on.
That's okay. I'm used to it, Azlin. Tell me, you wouldn't cook this rice in a rice cooker?
I would. Yes, for those of you, okay, so I'll get back to you in a bit. So, okay, so see the water, the heat's complete, the liquid's completely evaporated. So I'm putting it to its lowest setting, and I'm going to let that now cook for another 10 minutes. At this stage, the coconut milk has gone, so we don't have a risk of it curdling, so we can cover it now. Okay, for 10 minutes, and we put the heat off, and we just let the rice sit. Always a good idea to let rice sit for 5 or 10 minutes after it's been cooked off. So yeah, if you want a rice cooker, dump the whole thing into the rice cooker, and you're done. I'm now going to put this out of the way and let it cook away, and we are going to get on with how we actually serve it. So. On Eid, while I'm doing this, on Eid day, I'm just going to say what we generally do in Singapore, Malaysia, etc. We get up in the morning and we get dressed in our new clothes. When I was younger, my granny used to be a seamstress. When I was younger, my granny used to sew, get all our outfits done, and all of our sisters would be dressed alike, 3 sisters. And so in the morning, we'd get dressed in our new clothes. The guys will go off to the mosque to pray. And these days, lots of women do that as well, go off to the mosque and pray in the morning. And then when they come back, we have to kiss the hand of our elders. Like this, hold their hand, give it a kiss, and say, Eid Mubarak. And we say, forgive us for all the sins that we may have, rather the transgressions that we may have done over the last year. And you're supposed to do that to all your elders. And in Malay, which is in Singapore, Eid Mubarak is usually said in Malay. And in Malay, we say Selamat Hari Raya. Selamat is good, sort of best wishes, good or happy. And Hari Raya is day of celebration. That's what we do. And after that, a lot of families go off to the cemetery to visit their, what would you say? Those who have passed on. Yeah. To pay their respects to those who have passed on. And then when they get back, that's when celebrations start. You start visiting and feasting.
We have one more question,
Yeah.
From Michelle Price.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Azlin, Larry. What was the water to rice ratio again? I did not hear Azlin at the beginning.
So Michelle, the way I've always done it is, the way my grannies taught me how to do it is for every cup, not for every cup, I add an additional cup of liquid. I add an additional cup of liquid to however many cups of rice I'm using. So if I'm cooking 2 cups of rice, it's 3 cups of water. 4 cups of rice, 5 cups of water. I sometimes hear people saying double the amount. I mean, really, one of these days we'll do an experiment, 5 cups of rice and 10 cups of water. You're going to have porridge. So 1 extra cup, that's it. That's my standard way of cooking rice.
Yeah.
So we are now going to dish this up. And this is just an example of how you can serve it up. Now this yellow rice is something I like to serve on Eid. Traditionally, also on Eid, we serve biryani. We serve nasi minyak, as I said earlier, which is basically the Malay version of pilau rice, and ketupat. Ketupat are little rice cakes made in sort of cubic cases, and the cases are basically woven coconut palm fronds. So basically long, thin fronds like that. So this is something I like to do. Now, this is yellow rice that I cooked earlier. I'm going to serve it up in this dish. Let's hope it doesn't fall apart while I'm doing this. And if it does, we'll just have a good laugh. There we are.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
You can see that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So do you oil the cone to stop the rice? Do you spray the cone inside to stop the rice?
Not at all, no. This is just a piping bag I use. Because of the coconut milk, so there you go, you can see the grease, can't you? Because of the coconut milk, it's very greasy, so I didn't need to spray it at all. So this is beef rendang. a very traditional Eid dish. Okay, so it is a must on Eid.
Can you hold it under the camera, Az?
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Great.
I posted a picture of this, and it's one of these days I'll post the recipe for this. I cook it the way my granny used to cook it, same way, the way I've grown up eating it. It's basically a very, very rich coconut curry. So this is how they serve Nasi Kuning during engagement ceremonies and during weddings. They make a cone in the middle. I mean, some of these cones I've seen are massive. They have slabs of yellow rice, circular slabs of yellow rice, and then on top of it, the yellow cone. And it comes up to about this high. And then it's decorated with all sorts of dishes and flower vegetables, you know, vegetables cut into flowers and that sort of stuff. So that's the beef rendang that I've just served there. This is another one of my favorite childhood dishes. This one recipe is already on Lynn's food. It's called ayam masak merah. Ayam is chicken, masak is cooked, merah is red. It is not spicy at all. The color comes from the tomato ketchup and tomato puree we used to cook it. My granny's recipe again. So we put that there. And this is a go on.
That looks great. It's delicious.
This is just a little bit. This is just a little bit of roast lamb, Indian style roast lamb that I made last night for last night's dinner. So I've just heated it up to show you how you know how adventurous you can get. And this is sambal.
Yeah. The presentation looks amazing.
It was the cat.
Oh.
Cat's hungry. Okay, so this one is sambal terung, which sambal is basically a homemade chili dish, and terung is brinjals, eggplants, aubergines, whatever you guys call it. Okay. So there we are. So I'll put that there as well. What else have we got? So we've got some boiled eggs. There we are. And these are potato cutlets, potato patties. Very easy. Just mashed potato formed into cutlets with, say, coriander leaves, fresh coriander leaves or cilantro, spring onions, and fried. That's it. Dipped in egg and fried. So, again, this recipe is on linsfood.com. I've run out of space.
Oh, that looks great.
This is just peanuts, roasted fried peanuts in a little bit of homemade chili oil. So let's find some space for this, shall we? We'll dump a little bit there. Hey, you, come back here. There we are. And let's find some space for the tomatoes. Perhaps we'll just add the tomatoes on the side like that. So one more there. And, oh wait, those are radishes. I'll forget the radishes, but this one here that I wanted to serve. This is pineapple, like a pickle, a very light pickle. It's not been marinated for long. It's just been cooked very, very lightly. So it's just pineapple. It's called patri nanas. Patri is the name of the dish. Nanas is pineapple. You guys are learning so much Malay today, aren't you? So I'll be testing all of you later, by the way. So, right, let's put that there. So there we go. So that's your patri nanas, which goes perfectly with any sort of curry dish. There we are. That's it. Done.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say hold it up to the screen, but the cone might fall. Oh wow!
Where do you want it to go? To the big camera, or?
It's looking real good. Yeah, if you could bring it up here and let me see if I could.
Lynn, smile.
I shan't tilt it because it will go.
Well, that smile.
That's not. Let me grab it.
It's heavy. Larry, it's heavy. Hurry up.
Okay, I got it.
One more this side.
Okay. I got it. Thank you.
It's the pizza tour.
Yeah. That's where Sally is. I believe she's gone to see the Tower of Pisa.
Toscana. Yeah, Toscana. She told us she is in a lounge now. She's looking at us in Toscana, from Toscana.
That's so cool. Right, that's it. We're done. Did I not tell you how easy that rice is? So next time you guys want to impress your guests, just do that. It's so super easy. And when you go to the recipe page on linsfood.com, I have given suggestions of dishes to serve with this, and the links to my page are all on there.
Yeah, actually, that's a good segue, Azlin, because right now I'm going to engage the since we're coming towards the end of the show, I'm going to engage the Showcase app, which I'm going to show link to your linsfood.com recipe, and also there's a link to centralsingapore.org.sg, which is Singapore website, which shows celebrations around Eid.
Oh, nice.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so,
Nice.
okay. It's in the Showcase app, and to view it, you could, at the end of the show, when you go to YouTube, just click on, when the video starts, just click on Show in Showcase, and it'll open up a player, and then you'll be able to take, it'll take you out of the viewing thing. So that's why I would suggest that you watch the whole show, and then towards the end, just go and visit Lynn's site and the Singapore site. Okay. So you want to take us out?
Yeah, sure. Shall we let Michelle say bye and let AJ and Richard say bye? You guys want to say bye? Bye. Michelle, say bye. AJ, say bye.
Well. One special word, please, to Sally. Sally, if somebody asks you something, you know the answer. Are you talking to me?
That's pretty good.
Are you talking?
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We'll be back again for another special Simply Singapore, because we're doing something with Larry next month, aren't we? Or at the end of this month. Same with the flavor.
Yeah. Actually, it's in September. Which is next month, duh. I don't think we're still in July. Sorry, folks.
My other series, Savor the Flavor, will be back next Saturday. I think we're doing it on Saturday next week. I don't even know what's going on. And look out for my brand new series, which had a pickup last Wednesday. We'll be doing it very soon. What's your style? So that's it from me. Catch you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Bonsoir. Bye-bye.